What is going on? We are back in black in the building. What is going on? Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. Shout out to everybody that's doing what they need to do to survive. Another day, another 10 cents at the Court Plantation. I told one of my co-workers that at the Court Plantation, he started dying laughing. I said, that's how it goes. You know what I mean? Another day, another 10 cents. What can you do? But weather the storm, be in your lane, and do what you need to do. There's a lot of things to talk about, but I specifically, because I'm a big Bootsy Badass fan, you know, and the reason why I am is because that brother stands on his square. He doesn't just allow people to bully him and do sucker shit to him. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today, but that's the main thing that we want to talk about. A lot of things that's going on today. And there's a lot of things that we have to address. Shout out to Shawnee, Erica, Florida and Philly in the building, stand up. James Youngblood, David No Compromise, Tasha, Mariah. Everybody that's out there, man. You already know what it is. We have to understand I feel like we have to understand what's really going on in the world today. And I think that people are being misled to think that certain things that you need to do to be successful. We're going to talk about that. Hey. Let me turn this down. We're going to get into it right now. I'm trying not to laugh because I'm reading this article. Man, shout out to Bootsy Badass. Shout out to Deion Sanders. Like I said, I'm standing on what I feel about Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? I am not going to recuse how I feel about it because I get both sides of it, but I'm in agreement with him. You know, about that HBCU and everybody shitting on Deion and how you gonna do that. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like, hey man, you know, he did what he needed to do. Y'all colleges need to start paying more. Y'all got these endowments. Y'all got all these fundraisers and shit where y'all raising all this money for these bands and shit. Then come to the college sports and everything else. You know, the coaches and shit, these niggas get treated like shit. You got Coach K, who's coaching nothing but black athletes, and he's one of the top paid coaches in the NCAA. But when it comes to HBCUs, who are supposed to be pristine and prestigious schools, y'all niggas don't want to pay. And you're like, oh, Warren ain't about to pay. No, it's not just about the pay, but it's like, damn. So he got to stay there and be broke. I don't know. There's just so many things. Because, you know, I'm trying to read this article, man, but I think it's funny. Oh, I got to change that. Damn, I wasn't even paying attention to that. Let me change that. Not bad. I wasn't even paying attention to that shit. But that's all right. Yeah, but shit. Shit, nigga, I need to start reading these books. I didn't even spell this shit right. I wasn't even paying attention. That's on me. My bad, y'all. Oops, my bad. Yeah, I didn't even scale that shit right. Look, I'm trying to hurry up and get along with the show. Hold on, y'all. We about to do some hood shit. I wasn't even paying attention because I was look. I'm about to read to y'all what Boosie said, and I was dying laughing. Damn. I'm about to change the damn, it won't change the thing. Here, let me put this. I'm gonna put this Dion on here. My bad. I was laughing my ass off looking at this fucking. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad, everybody. My bad, David. But y'all gotta read this article. I'm trying not to laugh, cause you know, Lil Boosie is a funny nigga, and the shit that he said had me rolling. And I gotta read it, but I gotta change the writing because I didn't even spell that shit correctly. So let me I'm just gonna keep that. Hold on, y'all. This shit had me rolling. I was dying laughing. I think I was laughing so much. Oh man, I couldn't stop laughing. I was trying to find. Look, this is why y'all like, damn. That's why I spit it, because I was trying to type and look at it. I'm like, this nigga Lil Boosie is a funny nigga. I'm about to see. And while I'm doing this, I'm about to tell y'all. See, that's why it's important for motherfuckers to stop. You know what I'm saying? Going at Lil Boosie. You better have your shit together, because that nigga had me rolling. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I just spelled the shit wrong. My bad. I'm gonna do it again. All right. Look, I wasn't even paying attention. I was not paying attention. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I apologize. I can't read. But nigga, this shit I'm about to read y'all, oh my God. I'm like, man, Lil Boosie, he wrong for that shit. That nigga had me dying. I was laughing just listening to this. Not listening to it, but I was trying to find the audio of what he said, but I don't think he said any audio. Oh my God. You talking about dying laughing? Yeah, let me change this shit. Can't spell. See, that's what happens when you get distracted. There we go. Boom. All right, there we go. Sorry, y'all, man. I'm sorry, man, but this shit was funny. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. My bad. But yeah, man, Lil Boosie had me dying laughing. And the reason why, in my personal opinion, we're going to talk about D. Wade and his wife, Gabrielle Union. She did a interview or something with Jemele Hill. Jemele Hill's just, to me, sometimes she just troll. She's not relevant. She got fired from her job, so she kind of trolling a little bit, just to me. You know what I mean? And there we go. Oh. But yeah, my bad, y'all. So now I see this interview, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it because I like what you call his response, man. This nigga Boosie is classic, bro. He's classic. So here, I'm about to play Gabrielle Union, what she said. And the reason why I'm talking about this today is because this is that hater bitch syndrome type shit. Now, our brother, Lil Boosie, he ain't really said too much about Dwayne Wade. He kind of left it alone. He gave his opinion and he left it alone. But some people won't want to poke the bear and fuck with people. And that's the problem with the black community. You're going to find out that a lot of these black folk that have these so-called illustrious Hollywood careers and NBA careers, you know, you have to understand they're trying to maintain a certain lifestyle, so they'll jump through those hoops that Hollywood or the dominant society wants them to do to remain relevant. Because Gabrielle Union, yeah, you've acted a lot, but you've done a lot of BET type bullshit too. You ain't really done no real movies except Bad Boys. Other than that, we ain't really seen you in no like epic movies. It ain't like you was like in The Matrix, or you ain't really been in nothing that's popping. Being Mary Jane, that's on BET. Everybody know Viacom don't pay niggas no money. So it's like, you watch these people, and then you got a lot of sisters that think being like Gabrielle Union is the way to go. No, you don't want to be like Gabrielle. And Gabrielle Union is full of shit. And all this, I asked him for a prenup. Stop. You ain't got no money. This nigga signed a $115 million contract, and I know you probably made about $15 million total in your career. Stop, Gabrielle Union. Stop with the bullshit games. So here, let me play this, man, so y'all can hear this shit. And then I'm going to read you Lil Boosie's response.
So good, you know. Sorry, Boosie. He's so preoccupied.
Yeah, he is. Very
it's
much so.
Almost like thou doth protest too much, little Booze.
I'm gonna look.
You got a lot of dick on your mind.
I mean, it's
throw
like
that out there.
It's like Zaya and Lil Nas X live in his head.
For free, rent free.
Like what?
It's like, sir. Something you want to just go ahead and tell us. This is a safe space.
No, for real.
We can be your sanctuary.
Perhaps that safe space was not provided for him, and
I don't
that's
think
why
he had a safe space.
He did not have one. We could definitely.
All right, now that I played it, look, I hate to do this. 2 hater bitches talking shit about a man. Why don't you let your man step to Boosie? If your man ain't say nothing to him, then you should leave that alone. This is the same bitch that tried to pretend like the relationship was so good when Dwayne Wade had a side bitch that he got pregnant while he was with you, because bitch, you can't have no kids probably. I don't know what y'all got going on, but for you to do that, I think you should have let Dwayne Wade have a conversation with Lil Boosie. Why are you then going out of your way to say something about this man? That's a grown man. And he stated his facts and he left it alone. If Dwayne Wade wanted to have a conversation with him, I think Dwayne Wade should have had a conversation with him. Not you, Gabrielle Union, and Jamel Hill, you hater bitch syndrome. I'm telling y'all, I'm about to get some shirts made. Straight up, because that's ridiculous. What are you doing? Now, I'm gonna read Lil Boosie's response. Lil Boosie had some words for Gabrielle Union this weekend after a viral clip resurfaced from a 2021 interview where the actress implied he may be in the closet. Lil Boosie response. Now, this is Lil Boosie. I didn't say this. This is on his Twitter. He said, "The whole world know I love women, and the world know your husband love dick. Hope you don't think blacks look at y'all like a power couple. They don't. I have refused to talk about y'all in interviews, and here you go. Go bang him with that dildo and wait on a script, you little white girl." Oh, man, that's why I spelled the shit wrong, man. I was dying. Okay, yeah, shout out to James Youngblood. I'll read what he says. See, Gabrielle saying something regarding her bonus kid is one thing, but them other women should have kept their mouths shut. He didn't lie about nothing. Hey, man, I spelled the whole, because I was reading the article first. I was laughing so motherfucking hard, man. Because I was like, that's classic Boosie. He said real shit. Like, now I'm going to call both of y'all out. Because why are you speaking on his behalf? That's beta male syndrome. Your woman should not be responding to another man. Your woman should be shutting the fuck up and let 2 men sit down and talk like grown men. You have no right to go on nobody's podcast and talk about a grown man. And if he has something to say about your bonus kid, okay, that's different. But the context of what Lil Boosie was talking about was let a kid develop and grow up and make that decision for themselves. They're too young. These kids these days are too young to make these life-changing and life-altering decisions. He just said it so bluntly, I think it was hard for people to digest. But I get what Boosie was saying. And that's the problem with black folk as a whole. They get these whacked out, turned out black couples that are in Hollywood, and you watch them jump through all these negative hoops, or, you know, just these circus monkey domesticated primate hoops to maintain the wealth that they have. And then they use that as the template for black folk around the United States of America. And then what happens is you have women, young black women. Oh, I want to be like Gabrielle Union. No, you don't want to be like nobody that would interfere. If there's issues going on with a father and his kid and a mother and his kid, if you're not coming to be the peacemaker, then you should just stay out of it and let the chips fall where they may. But when you're going out of your way, because to me it seems like you're going out of your way to alter certain things within that family dynamic before you existed. And that, I think that's where my problem lies and my issue lies with that. Because it just seemed to me like, you know, you're just kind of being the, you know, the gaslighter behind the whole situation and standing back and just kind of being like, oh, well, you know, you got to live in your truth and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's fine, but that's not your, those other children, those are not your children. So, you know, you don't have a right to do that, you know, and I'm just so proud that Lil Boosie responded. Yeah, it may have been vulgar. It may not have been what people wanted, but I'm glad he did it because, you know, now he's calling everybody out. You know what I mean? And if Dwayne Wade and them want to have a conversation as men, fine. I think Boosie is a very respectable person and man, and he don't say shit to diss people. He just speaks his mind, but I'm pretty sure behind closed doors there could be a great conversation that could have been had. But a lot of times these men have women and they are out of pocket and out of turn. And no woman should be addressing no man when you have a husband. You should let your husband address him. It shouldn't turn to violence. It should turn to a conversation about what, you know, could be worked on and have a positive outcome. But when you're dealing with people like Gabrielle, and like I said before, y'all find me a movie that was a major box office hit that she starred in. I'm talking about that she starred in. I'm talking about catered to her. No. She was always a supporting actress because she's a supporting motherfucker. That's what it is. And you got to look at people when they respond to shit, try to be funny and play games. That's why I'm looking at the whole situation like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Because now all bets are final. Now if the nigga want to just go in on y'all as a couple and how dysfunctional y'all are, now y'all gonna go to the woe is me and the victim mode, and then y'all gonna start acting like Robert DiAngelo's book. That's why women have to understand that. Don't look at that as no template. If y'all want to be like somebody, that's not it. You know what I mean? You want to be like somebody? Be like Marla Gibbs from the Jeffersons. You never hear no shiesty shit about her. She was willing and dealing behind the scenes and making sure she was putting things in perspective for her and her family. You want to be like women like that in Hollywood. You don't want to be like a woman that's past her prime, but you had to marry somebody because what you get, $1,500 every 2 weeks on BET? You're not making no money on BET. You just famous. And we have have a clear distinction of what is getting the bag and what is just being famous. Is just being on the real world or the road rules or the challenge. That doesn't mean they're making a lot of money. They're just famous. We have to decipher that. You don't want young black women thinking that that's the way to go. No, you don't marry somebody, come in there, ruin the family dynamic, or become the gaslighter behind sowing discord behind the family dynamic, and then kind of like smiling about it like, oh, well, you know, you got to walk in your truth. Well, that's not your child. So it's easy to say that. Sometimes it's good for you to just step back, especially as a woman, those not your children. Guys, too, we just got to learn that. Like, you know what? Nope. It's been one sometimes. And like I said, shout out to Lil Boosie. I'm glad he said that because it was funny. And it may not be respectful to people, but you know what? Sometimes when you have a man, you need to let a man handle that behind closed doors and not make it such a public spectacle because, come on, Gabrielle Union, stop. She done been in 1,000 movies and probably ain't made over $10 million. But anyway, that's my time, man. You already know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Shout out to everybody out there handling business. I got nothing but love for y'all, but in the future, when y'all read stuff like that, don't just assume that people like Boosie is being a bully or anything like that. You got to look at those other people who throw they rock and hide. You know what it is. I'm out, niggas. Guilty. Peace.